problem of cheating in families and marriages is one that has arisen in many families, that has been a problem for many people. Welcome to the show. This is Let's Talk Love Kenya. My name is Kimathi, and I'm seated with Professor Herman Manyora, our favorite here, and one of the Kenya's most notable, most respected public educators, who is always here with us to talk about matters of love, marriage, and family. Prof, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kim.
How are you doing, sir?
Wonderful.
Well, we have a problem today. Someone has reached out again.
Yes.
Yes, they have a case they want you to help them with, and I just read it out.
Yes.
So that now it sets the pace and direction of our discussion today.
Yes.
This guy says, "Hi, Prof. I've been living with this man for 6 years." It's a lady, actually, Prof. "I've been living with this man for 6 years, and we have 3 kids. Last year, I cheated on him with his older cousin during a family function. I've been feeling guilty ever since, and I want to come clean to my husband. But there's a problem. The problem is we are not officially married. That the marriage was not done in an official, legal kind of way, something we've discussed before." She says the problem is we've not been married officially, and I am scared that if I open up about what I did, he will leave me. Quite something, huh?
It's a very common problem.
It is a lady, though.
Let's begin with the marriage. If you have not gone to church or not seen the sheikh, if you have not married through customary marriage, we could say it's not a very good thing you have done.
No?
I'm saying it's not a very good thing, okay? But that's not what makes a marriage. Going to church doesn't make a marriage. You know, so for all intents and purposes, they are married with 3 children. The fact that they have not tied the knot official doesn't negate the fact that they are married. But we are saying it's not a very tidy thing to do, because things do happen. You can imagine a situation. We must advise people, especially young people. In this world, things always don't work the way we want them to work. Okay? Something could happen in a relationship. You could lose your spouse, and you have children, and you are there. You can find yourself in a very untidy situation just because nobody knows you are the wife. So, are you going to be mourning your husband, or you want to go through the process of proving you are the wife? You see, so it's always advisable. Among my people, young people are always advised, if you stay with somebody's daughter, throw there 1 cow, even a bad one. You know, because where I come from, if she were to die, first of all, you are not allowed to bury her. And if you must bury her, there are so many things you have to do customarily. So to avoid all that and tidy situation, we advise people, whichever way you do it, in fact, avoid these expensive things. Just do it. So for her and the husband, the first advice would be, and for others like them, make sure you make your marriage something official. You know, and make your parents know also. Now, because if your parents knew you are married, everybody knows, friends and relatives.
And the government?
The fact that government doesn't know may not be as important. So the bad thing is government doesn't know. According to government, you are not married. But so, does it apply to even your father? He doesn't know you are married. Your mother doesn't know. Your mother-in-law doesn't know. So those things must be taken care of. Now, in terms of cheating, there's a documentary from somebody I've forgotten. It's a very powerful documentary on cheating. It is as old as marriage itself.
Wait, it's common?
It's common, and it's as old as marriage. That's not to say it's a good thing. Let's also start by saying, the worst pain a man can go through, because we are the society patriarchal. We are still traditional, and we believe a man has a right to do it. Not that it's right or that it's correct. So that's why I'm saying a man. So for a man to discover that the wife has slept with another man, it is the most painful thing. And women, as they do it, they must know that, especially young couples.
It's more painful for a man to know they were cheated on than for a woman then?
I began by laying the foundation for that claim.
Yes.
I have said society has made it look like it is normal that man is polygamous. Man can terrorize the world. You see? And some traditions and customs sanction it. Among some people, when you are circumcised, you are told now, go conquer the world, you are a man. Yeah? Go fill the world with children. And so these things take time to change. So we are leaving them the way they are, not because they are good. So we are handling the man aspect of it. So even as a woman does it, they must know how painful it is. And some of these things may not be cured. However, experts advise, I'm not an expert, but experts advise that she should take the direction she's saying she fears to take. The direction of opening up and dealing with it with your husband.
Is it not opening up Pandora's box?
Is advised as the best route. Because you live with the guilt. Nothing worse than living with guilt in a relationship. And who knows, the man may not discover on his own.
He might find out.
He might find out. Now it's even worse.
It's much
worse like now. Women. Let me give you a simple, my friend John says a micro simple example.
Mm-hmm.
Where you marry a girl, she has a child. But because she was not your neighbor, you have just met her, she hides the child from you. So to her, she never had a child. What happens when you discover later? So it's good they come into a marriage and look at gentleman. Huyu nilipata tu kwa ile inakuanga ya kucheza tukiwa watoto. You know, the women have a way of explaining these things. Ni ile tu ya utoto nilifanya nikapata. The man could have been the 10th boyfriend. Ile utoto, eh? I didn't even know I was young, I was 18.
Yeah,
yes.
It was a mistake.
Yeah, I didn't even know what was happening.
Do men tend to understand then, Prof?
I even discovered there's a lady who wants us to do a show here. I spent with her here once, I think the other Sunday, I was with her here. She said she didn't even know she was pregnant until she was about 6 months.
Wait
she didn't
a
even
minute.
know she was pregnant.
That's possible?
Yeah. Women with erratic, whatever, days. You may not know. She didn't know she was pregnant. So what I'm saying is it is better to deal with things. But that's not to say again, you just wake up one day and say, darling, I have something to tell you here.
And it drop the bombshell.
No.
It could blow in your face.
This is now how experts come in, how professionals come in, how friends come in, how relatives come in.
Counseling?
Yeah. There's something, because you living with that thing, because now that means if this lady is sincere, you know, many people just joke also, they write just for fun. But assuming she's sincere, then it means something is already eating her. There's something disturbing her. You get it? But if she was another woman to whom that's normal, she wouldn't even write to you. There are many women to whom that's just normal.
She just carries on and hides it and no one ever knows.
I mean,
Prof, I heard somewhere that women are better at hiding such things than
men never know.
Yeah?
The moment you enter your house, if you have done something fishy outside, your wife knows. They just don't want to hurt your ego.
They know.
They know. The moment you enter the house, just entering behavior.
They just read you. But if they do it,
even
you're
before
none the
you are
wiser.
given a meal to take, whatever meal that is, she knows this man is not the man I know.
That's vulnerable.
That's how it is. But men never know anything. That's why there was this famous song by some Somali refugee in Kenya. They call it Wape Wape Vidonge Vyao.
Akimeza akitema shida yao.
Wanawake ni werevu. Kwamba lijibaba linakuja mnalishwa nalo sahani moja. Kumbe ni mume mwenzako. Men don't know.
Lakini Prof, let me ask, between men and women, who cheats more? Who's the bigger cheater in a marriage?
Of course, it has been natural.
It
has been natural for men to do it. Okay? That makes, in terms of how many men will be more, because society has made it look like it's natural.
You said it's protracted, that it's not so bad, it's not a big deal.
It's natural, it's normal.
Yeah.
In fact, in some cases, desirable.
Does it come from our polygamous past as African
It is
people?
part of all that society, how societies have been wired. But there's also something else.
What?
Marriage places restrictions on people. So if you get married today, Kim, I know you are not married. When you get married...
You would know, Prof.
I know you are not married. You'll find it difficult to do some of the things you are doing now, merely because now you are married. Even the time you come home now will be dictated by the fact that you are married.
I'll be tame.
Yeah, you'll be tamed. Marriage tempts you. So for a woman is even more. So how do you expect a woman who is this pregnant to be cheating? So pregnancy already restricts a woman. Childbearing, child rearing, taking care of you would have gone out to drink.
Yeah, it's painstaking work.
Now you are not drinking where you could have engaged in those things because you are breastfeeding your child. You must feed your children.
Chasing them around and so
and then the society expects has certain expectations on a woman. And those expectations then sort of, they are like beacons, creating a space from within which you must operate as a woman.
Are they a burden?
So that explains why women may be seen to be cheating less. Not necessarily because they are wired to cheat less. But the restrictions apply more on women than it does on men.
So the burden, maybe say, Prof, of homekeeping, it keeps women contained.
Yes,
and is it then to say that, especially now, Prof, that more house women are spending a lot of time online, and today it's easier to meet people virtually than it would be, say, 10, 15 years ago
why now,
for a housewife?
That's why cheating,
does it enhance cheating?
That's why cheating in women is on the rise.
Because now, of that hyper-sociality.
Because they go out to work as opposed to staying at home, where all eyes will be on her.
Office boyfriends, Prof.
Yeah, they are office boyfriends, they are what? They are lunch dates, they are all manner of things, they are business trips, they are workshops in Mombasa, there are seminars in Naivasha.
Very bizarre travels.
You know, all these things now open up space for women.
Yeah.
And it's for women, we must add, to realize that freedom calls for responsibility.
It does.
In fact, I dare say, it is easier for men who travel to tame themselves than women. Because women grab this newfound freedom.
And it is newfound.
Yeah, it is something.
Because the work culture, as you said, Prof.
In many societies, even today in this country, if you look at a widow, she changes. You die and your wife changes. A 60-year-old woman looks like she's 30 when you die. Yeah.
Back on the market.
If you are to wake up and see you are a woman, what?
Is that
just
you?
Become a girl.
It
is freedom, something like from prison. Marriage is a sort of prison, whether we like it or not. Prison not in the negative sense. Prison in the sense that there are certain things unmarried people can do, you as a married man will find difficult to do. Being married perhaps means you also have children. They are going to school. So even the way you spend your money hanging out with the boys, you know,
you're no longer wild.
You can't be wild because these things tempt you.
And it's a good thing then.
It's a good thing. It's a good, because man has responsibility. He's an animal.
So responsibility is absconding some of the pleasures.
Yeah, and
from what I hear you say.
Knowing that when you look at a man, he looks handsome. You must know those are fluctuations. Back to your lady. These are just normal fluctuations. To be attracted to a man who is not your husband.
Your husband's cousin.
Is normal. To find a man attractive is normal. A guy passes there, he's handsome, six-pack. It's normal. A guy passes, he has a nice car, all the things women look for men. For a man to admire a woman well-dressed, marashi mzuri, it is normal. What is not normal is to go to the next stage.
And go for it.
Yeah, it doesn't mean every time you are attracted to somebody, you must go to the next phase. No, you tame it. That's what makes you different from an animal. Because when an animal is on heat and they see the other animal, the natural happens. But for a man, we are endowed with brains and capacities to be rational about things, to control our emotions, to know these are just fluctuations. I'm attracted to this guy. But it is normal. But I'm not going to be sleeping with every man to whom I'm attracted. That's what makes you a human being.
And I've said there, Prof says you have to contain yourself because the attraction is there whether you're married or not. That's been our discussion today here on Let's Talk Love Kenya. Keep sending your stories, commenting, and of course, subscribe for the next video. My name is Kimadi. I'll see you next time.